Welcome and thank you for joining us. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Naurin. Today we have brought up and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines. Iran mourns Raisi's death, vows continuity. The US State Department offers condolences and says Biden's approach to Iran is unchanged. Biden calls ISIS's arrest warrants for Netanyahu and other Israeli leaders outrageous. Cohen faces more cross-examination as Trump's trial enters final stretch. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange wins bid to appeal extradition to US. Ship that caused deadly Baltimore Key Bridge collapse towed to port. Child is among 3 dead after Amtrak train hits a pickup truck in upstate New York. OpenAI possesses voice that many compare to Scarlett Johansson's. Reactions to death of Iran's president in helicopter crash. Indian police arrest 4 Sri Lankans for suspected IS links. PGA Championship, golf's nearly man Xander Schauffele in first major win. And Haaland wins second Premier League Golden Boot. Let's start today with the update news of Iran's President Ebrahim Raisi's death. Iranian on Monday mourned the death of President Ebrahim Raisi when his helicopter crashed into a fog-shrouded mountain, setting off a period of political uncertainty in the Islamic Republic. Raisi, 63, his foreign minister and 7 others died when the aircraft went down on Sunday in a remote area of northwestern Iran, where the wreckage was only found on Monday morning. The ultra-conservative Raisi had been in office since 2021, a turbulent time during which Iran was rocked by mass protests, economic crisis deepened by US sanctions, and armed exchanges with arch-enemy Israel. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who wields ultimate power in Iran, declared 5 days of mourning and said Vice President Mohammad Muqbar would assume interim presidential duties until elections are held within 50 days. The Iranian nation has lost a sincere and valuable servant, said 85-year-old Khamenei, whom Raisi had been expected to one day succeed by many observers. Khamenei had urged Iranians Sunday, as the search was still ongoing, to not worry about the leadership of the Islamic Republic, saying there will be no disruption in the country's work. Thousands of mourners massed in central Tehran's Velisir Square to pay their respects to Raisi as well as to Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian. Funeral rites were set to start Tuesday in Tabriz, East Azerbaijan province, for them and the other victims, 3 crew, 2 bodyguards, an imam and a provincial governor, before Raisi's body was to be taken to Tehran. Iran's military chief of staff Mohammad Bagheri ordered a high-ranking committee to launch an investigation into the cause of the president's helicopter crash. State TV broke the news early Monday that the servant of the Iranian nation, Ayatollah Ibrahim Raisi, has achieved the highest level of martyrdom, showing pictures of him as a voice recited the Quran. Flags soon flew at half-mast and a black banner was hoisted at a major Shiite shrine in city of south of Tehran. The U.S. State Department issued a statement offering condolences to the Iranian government over Sunday's helicopter crash, though a spokesperson said the U.S. approach to Iran is not swayed by the deaths of Raisi and Amir Abdullahian. As Iran selects a new president, we reaffirm our support for the Iranian people and their struggle for human rights and fundamental freedoms, the statement said. A spokesperson for the department also said that President Biden's approach to handling the Iranian regime remains unchanged. We will continue to confront the Iranian regime's support for terrorism, proliferation of dangerous weapons, and advancement of its nuclear program in ways that have no credible civilian purpose, the spokesperson said. President Joe Biden denounced as outrageous the International Criminal Court's announcement Monday that it is seeking to arrest Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other Israeli leaders and charge them with war crimes and crimes against humanity. And let me be clear, whatever this prosecutor might imply, there is no equivalence, none, between Israel and Hamas, Biden said in a statement. Biden's forceful response to the ICC announcement that intends to hold Netanyahu and other Israeli leaders responsible along with Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar and other Hamas leaders for the October 7 attack on Israel by Hamas and the subsequent invasion of Gaza by Israeli forces was echoed by top U.S. diplomat Antony Blinken. It is shameful, Blinken said. Hamas is a brutal terrorist organization that carried out the worst massacre of Jews since the Holocaust, and it is still holding dozens of people hostage, including Americans. The reaction came several hours after ICC Chief Prosecutor Karim A. Khan said in a statement that he was filing applications for the warrants of arrest for Netanyahu, Sinwar, and other senior Israeli and Hamas figures who have played key roles in the ongoing war in Gaza. While it's unlikely the targeted Israeli and Hamas leaders will face prosecution, the arrest warrants could make it difficult for them to travel abroad, and a trial in the court would be especially embarrassing to the Israeli government, experts said. Donald Trump's former lawyer Michael Cohen faces another day of cross-examination as the ex-United States President's hush money trial enters the final stretch this week in New York. The landmark trial kicks back off in Manhattan on Monday morning with more defense questioning of Cohen, whose pivotal testimony last week directly tied Trump to the alleged hush money scheme. Cohen is the prosecution's last witness, and it's not yet clear whether Trump's attorneys will call any witnesses, such as the presumptive Republican presidential nominee himself. Last week, Cohen told jurors how he kept Trump informed about $130,000 paid to adult film star Stormy Daniels to buy her silence about an affair she says she had with Trump. The ex-president has denied the affair took place. The payment, prosecutors have argued, was part of a scheme aimed at stifling negative press that could have harmed Trump's chances in the 2016 election, which he won. There is no crime, Trump told reporters after arriving at the courthouse on Monday. We paid a legal expense. You know what it's marked down as? A legal expense. His lawyers are seeking to discredit Cohen's testimony, painting him as a serial liar who is on a revenge campaign aimed at taking down the former president. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has been given permission to have a full appeal over his extradition to the United States after arguing at London's High Court that he might not be able to rely on his right to free speech at a U.S. trial. Two judges at the High Court said they have given him leave to have a full appeal to hear his argument that he might be discriminated against on the basis the Australian-born Assange is a foreign national. Hundreds of protesters had gathered outside the court on Monday ahead of what was a key ruling after 13 years of legal battles, with two judges asked to declare whether they were satisfied by U.S. assurances that Assange could rely on the U.S. First Amendment right to free speech if he is tried for spying in the U.S. Assange's wife Stella said outside court that the ruling marks a turning point and that we are relieved as a family that the court took the right decision. Everyone can see what should be done here. Julian must be freed, she said. The decision was made outside court by an eruption of cheering and singing. Assange's legal team has said if he lost, he could be on a plane across the Atlantic within 24 hours. His lawyer, Edward Fitzgerald, had told the judges they should not accept the assurance given by U.S. prosecutors that Assange could seek to rely upon the rights and protections given under the First Amendment, as a U.S. court would not be bound by this. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Recovery teams have refloated and begun towing the cargo vessel that crashed into a bridge in the United States city of Baltimore in March, bringing down the span and killing 6 people. Live television images of the operation on Monday morning showed a flotilla of tugboats pushing and towing the MV Delhi away from the remains of the shattered Francis Scott Key Bridge and towards a marine terminal. The bridge in the eastern state of Maryland was visible for the first time without the cargo ship, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers said in a post on social media. The Key Bridge Response Unified Command said the complex operation would take about 21 hours and involve the Coast Guard, Army Corps of Engineers, Maryland Department of the Environment, and other agencies. The vessel's removal marks a significant step in the Port of Baltimore's recovery after the March 26 collision brought down the bridge. On Monday, the extensive damage to the ship's bow included a large hole above the waterline on its starboard side. Officials say the Delhi would move at about 1.6 km per hour on the roughly 4 km trip back to port, a fraction of the speed it was traveling when it lost power and brought down the bridge. A child was among the 3 victims killed when a passenger train hit a pickup truck, officials said. The northbound Amtrak train hit a Dodge truck Friday evening in North Tonawanda, New York, a small town along the Niagara River between Niagara Falls and Buffalo, police said. The victims included a 6-year-old boy, a 66-year-old woman, and a 69-year-old man. North Tonawanda Police Department Captain Daryl Truty said in a statement posted on Saturday. The names of the victims had not been released as of Sunday morning. None of the Amtrak crew or its 21 passengers were injured in the crash, Amtrak spokesperson Olivia Irvin said in a statement. The train was on its way from New York City to Niagara Falls when the accident happened. The pickup was so severely damaged that heavy equipment was required to reach the victims, the North Tonawanda Firefighters Union said in a statement. All 3 victims died at the scene. Further details, including the location of the vehicle at the time of the crash, were not released. OpenAI said Monday that it is pausing use of voice in its projects that many people have compared to Scarlett Johansson's in the sci-fi dystopia movie Her. The company in a post on X said that it was working to pause the use of Sky, the voice that resembles Johansson, while it addresses questions about how the voice was selected. In a blog post Sunday, OpenAI wrote, "We believe that AI voices should not deliberately mimic a celebrity's distinctive voice. Sky's voice is not an imitation of Scarlett Johansson, but belongs to a different professional actress using her own natural speaking voice." The company said that it would not reveal the identity of the actor to protect privacy. Since September 2023, OpenAI has allowed users of its popular chatbot ChatGPT to interface with the tool using a variety of voices. The chatbot can respond via text or with one of 6 audio voices, including Sky, that the company says were cast and recorded by a team of professional actors. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi, a hardliner long seen as a potential successor to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was killed in a helicopter crash in mountainous terrain near the Azerbaijan border, officials and state media said on Monday. The helicopter was also carrying Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian and 6 other passengers and crew, all of whom perished. Here are some reactions to the news. Russian President Vladimir Putin said Sayed Ibrahim Raisi was an outstanding politician whose entire life was devoted to serving the motherland. As a true friend of Russia, he made an invaluable personal contribution to the development of good neighborly relations between our countries and made great efforts to bring them to the level of strategic partnership. Saudi Arabia's King Salman bin Abdul Aziz and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman offered condolences to the acting head of the executive authority, Mohammed Mukbar, on the death of Ibrahim Raisi, President of the Islamic Republic of Iran, and his companions. Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said the great Iranian nation will overcome this tragedy with customary courage. Pakistan will observe a day of mourning and the flag will fly at half-mast as a mark of respect for President Raisi and his companions and in solidarity with brotherly Iran. India's anti-terror police have arrested 4 Sri Lankan nationals in the western Indian city of Ahmedabad for suspected links to the Islamic State, police said. The arrests were made late on Sunday at the city's airport following a tip-off, said Vikas Sahay, the top police officer in Gujarat state where Ahmedabad is located. Preliminary investigations show they were in contact with a key IS leader known as Abu, who is currently based in Pakistan. Further investigations are continuing to uncover the full extent of the conspiracy, Sahay told reporters, giving only one name for the Islamic State leader. The arrested individuals were identified as Mohammed Nusrat, Mohammed Nafran, Mohammed Fariz and Mohammed Rashdin, all residents of Colombo, Sri Lanka, whose foreign ministry did not immediately respond to a request for comment. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 18,388.26. The NYSE Composite is increased by 70.88 points or 0.39%. Tokyo stock close price is 38,787.38. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 132.88 points or 0.34%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,154.03. The Shanghai index is increased by 31.63 points or 1.01%. Hong Kong stock close price is 19,553.61. The Hang Seng index is increased by 177.08 points or 0.91%. Bombay stock close price is 74,005.94. The Sensex index is increased by 342.22 points or 0.46%. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Xander Schauffele finally added some elusive silverware to his Olympic gold, shedding the title of golf's nearly man with a dramatic birdie on the final hole to win the PGA Championship and hoist the massive Wanamaker Trophy. A week after squandering a two-shot lead in the final round at the Wells Fargo, Schauffele took the same advantage onto the back nine at the Valhalla Golf Club, but this time would not fold, holding his nerve and claiming his maiden major title with a pressure-packed 6-foot putt. I was pretty nervous, admitted Schauffele after the win on Sunday. I kept reading it, kept kind of panicking. I thought, oh my gosh, this is not what I want for a winning putt. I ended up playing it straight, just so much relief. I don't really remember it leaping in. I just heard everyone roaring and I just looked up to the sky in relief. That birdie earned Schauffele a one-shot decision over Bryson DeChambeau and his first win since the 2022 Scottish Open. Erling Haaland won his second Premier League Golden Boot in as many seasons in England on Sunday as Manchester City beat West Ham 3-1 to win a fourth consecutive title. The Norwegian striker was absent for 2 months of the season through injury and struggled to match the heights of his debut campaign at City when he struck 52 times in all competitions, including a Premier League record 36. The 23-year-old failed to add to his 27 Premier League goals on the final day but still proved decisive in the run-in to help City secure an unprecedented fourth consecutive English top-flight crown. Haaland scored 9 times in his final 7 Premier League appearances of the season to help City edge Arsenal to the title by 2 points. Chelsea's Cole Palmer, who himself started the season at City, was second in the top scorer standings with 22 goals, one ahead of Newcastle striker Alexander Isak. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Iran mourns Raisi's death, vows continuity. The US State Department offers condolences and says Biden's approach to Iran is unchanged. Biden calls ISIS's arrest warrants for Netanyahu and other Israeli leaders outrageous. Cohen faces more cross-examination as Trump's trial enters final stretch. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange wins bid to appeal extradition to US. Ship that caused deadly Baltimore Key Bridge collapse towed to port. Child is among 3 dead after Amtrak train hits a pickup truck in upstate New York. OpenAI possesses voice that many compare to Scarlett Johansson's. Reactions to death of Iran's president in helicopter crash. Indian police arrest 4 Sri Lankans for suspected IS links. PGA Championship, golf's nearly man Xander Schauffele in first major win. And Haaland wins second Premier League Golden Boot. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our website. Our website address is www.millenniumnews24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all the TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.